Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day one of E3 2021. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ubisoft E3 presser. And I am so excited because this is the year, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, he's going to be back.
Is he?
It is, of course. It's me, Harley.
Oh my god.
So yes, Sam Fisher.
Last we'll talk about Sam Fisher tonight.
Sam Fisher is definitely going to show up in his own game. And as you can see, I've got my stealth goggles. I can see through them, Andy. I can see you. Yes, so we...
How long did you have to look for them for?
Do you know, that's what took me so long to find them, because I was like, I haven't planned this. And then I was like, fuck, they need AAA batteries on either side. But I think it was worth it. Definitely think it was worth
it. Definitely worth it for that.
Yeah.
Non-existent Sam Fisher game.
Yes, that's right. Yet again, Ubisoft have betrayed me. We did see Sam Fisher. Do you know? See, this is. I'll speak of this before we start getting into trailers. Last year at E3, they kind of teased us in a way that he's coming soon. You know, when they said Sam Fisher will return, and it was a mobile game last year. That was kind of a. And then obviously we've heard about the Netflix anime series. Cool, great, means it's going to come alongside a game. And then we seen the Ubisoft presser tonight, and did we hear the old? No, we did not. We didn't hear anything. I feel more like a ghost. Oh, you can't hear it. I feel more like a.
I heard it earlier, but I didn't hear it there.
I feel more like a Ghostbuster than Sam Fisher, though. Like, I think I would be more suited to ghostbusting than espionage. You can actually see through these. Like, I can put these on, and like, I do feel a wee bit Splinter Cell-y. It's cool because it is making it's shining on the wall. Like, I can't show you obviously. But yeah, it just sucks. Ubisoft suck. They've ruined my E3 day one. Well done, Ubisoft. It's a record. Usually I have hope. This year I had more hope than some. I just wanted. This means that Sam Fisher's not even going to be heard about till at least next E3, if he even is. Because if they had something by the end of next year, they would have at least said Splinter Cell tonight. They would have at least done it. And we didn't get it.
Yeah, nothing.
Like,
bizarre.
Is it? I'll take these off now. Is it not bizarre the fact that you're putting this guy in all these games? He's been in like every Ghost Recon. You added to his own story by giving him story missions in Ghost Recon. You're giving him a bloody anime series, and there's not even a title reveal. Like, at this point, I'll take a title that just says Splinter Cell. That's all I want, and they're not even doing that. Like, I don't think he's dead. I think the problem is they don't know what to do with him. Like,
I'll tell you what I think's happened. Right, I think that Sorry, I've got hiccups again. I think that they made a game, right? I think they made a game and they were ready to show it. They presented it to Ubi, and Ubi went, "What the fuck is this? This is terrible. You're not making this game." And then they took it off of them and they gave it to a different studio, and they're like, "We cannot show this until it's fucking like."
Oh, do you think
that's where they're at? They still haven't got it. I think so. Because why else would you have Sam Fisher and all this shit? Like, build up his profile. And then just not do anything with it.
Yeah, and then like last year or the year before, we had all the voice actors like leaking by accident, you know, the new Splinter Cell game, and we even heard all the legitimate leakers that are usually right, as you know, claiming that Splinter Cell was going to be shown not just this year but last year as well. So you reckon this hit a Metroid 4 kind of barrier, but they didn't talk to the public about it. They just went, fuck this is shit. Where's the towers? Where, you know, this is an Ubisoft. Like, why have you got to sneak about like corridors? No one wants to play that.
How do we put a season pass in this game?
How can I
You guys
get
were
this?
like, no, you can't put a season pass in this. It's impossible. And they were like, we're not fucking making this.
We're not
game.
making this. We need to have a gold edition and an ultimate edition. We need to have retailer exclusives as well. Like, why the fuck has Sam Fisher got unlockable in-game items? What the fuck is this shit? Take it away. Where's the multiplayer? It doesn't really translate to multiplayer. Spies v Mercs was cool, but I mean, it's 2021. No, get a battle royale in there. Like, no, scrap it. So, I think you could have a point, because otherwise it makes no sense, because it just feels like they're trolling fans at this point. It just feels like they're trolling fans, and I don't think they want that to happen. And they can't say, oh, well, we're holding it back to build hype. Every year since, was it 2014, I believe? No, it was like 2012 Blacklist came out. So that's 9 years ago, almost 10 years. Next year will be 10 years, because we're not seeing this year at all. 10 years, a decade of no Splinter Cell, which was a marketable property. If it says Tom Clancy on it, it'll fucking sell. This was the Tom Clancy property you have that didn't need to be online, that didn't need to fucking have a season pass, that had a great story, a good character. You even got Michael Ironside, if that's his name correctly, I think it's his name, back to do the voice. And then nothing, because he even said he was back doing the voice, and it seems like you've used his voice for fucking lines. And why would you pay that? Why would you make an effort?
I'm shitty mobile game.
Yeah, not just a mobile game, but in Ghost Recon, sorry, was never well received compared to Splinter Cell, and yet you put an expansive story. It wasn't long, but it furthered the story where we left it with Sam Fisher when he was still in the game. He's a bit older looking. Even commented on being the last one left because that other guy stopped, referring to Metal Gear Solid and Kojima leaving. You then added him to Breakpoint, which came out, last year before, 2 years ago? You gave him more story. You've added him to every fucking game from Rabbids to Just Dance, and then this year you don't even address, I'm pretty sure, did they not say Splinter Cell will return a couple of years ago? I'm pretty sure they did say that.
I think they might have said that in an interview,
yeah, they did.
At some point, but they didn't say if it was the game series would return, or just that it would return as crossovers, or maybe they meant the fucking Netflix show. You don't know. They were not specific.
I think
Sorry, I keep hiccuping.
No, it's fine. It's great entertainment for me. I'm just getting through my rage at Ubisoft first, because obviously I was all ready with the old Heath. The old Heath-ho. I had my goggles on. I don't know, I was trying to wrangle two children and get dinner, but I was trying to keep up to date with the show, and I seen an image of Sam Fisher pop up, and I'm like, oh my god, they've done it. And I went straight onto it, and I'm like, oh, he's in another game again. Okay. The Division 2 has had more love than Splinter Cell at this point, and tell me one of the protagonists in Splinter Cell in the Division. Tell me the name of any character in either Division game.
It's you.
No, I mean the characters you meet. The story-based world, and tell me the plot of the Division 2.
There was a virus.
That's the Division 1.
Money. The White House is in it.
Exactly. They've done away with all their story-based games, Ubisoft, and they just stick to the formula. Everything from The Crew being Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed being The Witcher, and I just want Splinter Cell. There's a gap in the market for this game. Do you know what's the best time to do this? Metal Gear Solid reveal, Sony, do it now. If you've got a title, show the title off after this. Anyway, I don't care about the rest of E3 now. It's over for me.
It's only the first day, technically it started kind of yesterday, but
there was nothing really yesterday.
Actually, not even worth talking about. Honestly, it's not even worth talking about, apart from if you want to watch four men slowly go from wanting to from being excited to watch a press conference to wanting to probably kill themselves by the end of the stream, and watch Kind of Funny's live reactions to the Koch Media presentation. Oh my god, it was very bad. I'll just tell you that.
So obviously,
probably the worst.
E3 is
the worst E3 press conference I've ever seen.
E3
much worse than Ubisoft. Like,
E3 isn't over for me. That was the game that I didn't mention because I didn't want to jinx myself. And every year for the past forever since we've done the show, I've been like, new Splinter Cell Spot 1, a new Splinter Cell Spot 1.
Moment.
And
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
no, Siri's now trolling me. So yeah, and this year I silently thought, even in the way home from work tonight, I thought, we're getting Splinter Cell. I know we are. I just know it. And like I said, I was busy earlier on, and see when I was watching the Twitter things pop up on my phone, I clicked on one, Sam Fisher's face, I was like, this is it. I think the wise move at this point, Ubisoft, if you're listening, and I know you are because you're doing this to annoy me, just reboot the franchise, start again, make Sam Fisher young. Just, I know people will complain, but Mike Ironside doesn't want to do it forever. That's clear because he dropped out in the last game, or was it health reasons or something? I don't want to misquote whatever was wrong, but restart the series, restart it. Have Michael Ironside, if you want, just doing the intro to the game, like talking about when Sam was younger. Redo it. If you can't make the way the game was work now and you want it to be different, then just bring out one called Splinter Cell and start afresh. That's what I say at this stage, because I mean, it's been a fucking decade. Like, gamers have been born and had 9 years of gaming, or at least 5, because you start when you're about 5 properly, and they don't know Sam Fisher. Not that they should, because it's like an 18, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't know about this guy. He's just the guy that pops up in Rabbids, or whatever fucking game he's in. Anyway, we have trailers, I think.
We do have trailers, but WhatsApp is not loading, so I'm just trying to reboot it. It's not even running. Not loading.
So yeah,
I can send it here.
I can't see it, because if I move this, it ruins the whole stream. Because I have to then adjust it, and both of us will disappear every time.
It will not. WhatsApp will not open. And it's not even a running process.
Why don't you WhatsApp me on the phone? Why don't you just go on YouTube on the phone and copy paste?
Oh, because I already got them all up here now. Oh,
Yeah, so we can listen to the sounds of Andy hiccuping. But I know you're not a fan of Splinter Cell, but like, can you not feel the frustration at this stage? Like, there's no way that it just makes no sense. We're doing a Splinter Cell anime, but we don't trust the series enough to bring out a game. So maybe Andy has hit the nail on the head with an exclusive that it's hit a Metroid gate. I'm
pretty sure that's what's happened.
Just silently. Whereas Metroid had already kind of been announced, so they had to address that. Because Nintendo fans are more rabid, pardon the pun, than Ubisoft fans. Pardon the pun, I don't take anything back. I don't regret it. Okay, so
there we go. I got you the first trailer.
What an excellent man you are. Right. I'll pause that. While you continue to hiccup. How did you manage to get the hiccups on cue for the show so well? I mean, like...
I have no idea. Hold on, I'll be back in a second. One of the dogs is barking.
That's okay. I'll get the trailer ready. Who let the dogs out? Andy. Ooh. So this looks like we're going to be...
watch the trailer, because I already watched it.
Yeah, cool. I'll watch it. So this looks like we're getting some Tom Clancy, at least. Rainbow Six Extraction.
Welcome to Rainbow Six Extraction.
Okay.
The new tactical co-op shooter game where
Co-op
Rainbow
shooter.
Six operators are dropped into alien territory.
Oh.
In today's walkthrough, we're on a mission to investigate anomalies identified at the Orpheus Research Center in Alaska. HQ will provide additional instructions.
We need new data on the parasite's underground network. It keeps evolving, adapting.
Okay.
Plant auto trackers on dormant nests. Don't destroy them or we'll lose the trackers.
As a squad of 3, Ella, Alibi, and Sledge will use their operator abilities to complete objectives,
Okay, I'm back.
assist each other,
I'm still watching
and
trailer.
obliterate Archeans in their way.
Spinning up.
It's 7 minutes. I'm like a minute in.
Oh, that's actually the wrong trailer. I had the 3
Easy
minute
for a
trailer.
nest to
Okay.
incubate
That'll
and
be
bring
the
to
game
life.
trailer.
Not so easy to eliminate in large numbers.
Okay.
Large on location. Nice and quiet.
The enemy reacts to intrusions in their ecosystem, including operators.
Eliminate my target.
Well, you would
So
hope that
stealth
the AI
tactics are
reacted.
the way to go.
Visual on net.
A sti-
Place auto
a
trackers for our
sti-
React scientist.
Right, okay, I'm pausing here. Right, I get it. So,
Yeah. Like,
right, I'm going to play it in the background while we talk, right? But I'm going to
Yeah.
turn the volume down so that I can hear you. So yeah, right. At what point are you abusing the Tom Clancy name? Is my question for this. Like, Division's acceptable. Rainbow Six is an established fucking name tied in with John Clark, Jack Ryan. This is not a Tom Clancy game. What you've done is took Rainbow Six mechanics and added aliens. Like, I didn't look into this game, right? I didn't look into it at all. I mean, that looks like the things from the Avengers. Like, and
yeah.
I'm not saying this doesn't look good, like by any means. It's different. It's like a stealth take on kind of Back 4 Blood or Left 4 Dead style gameplay, you know, or that Second Extinction game I played recently. It looks a lot better than those games, but at what point are you abusing the license is my question for this as a Tom Clancy fan. I'm not disgusted by it. I'm just thinking they could have dropped the Tom Clancy from this, is what I think, and called it Rainbow Six, because this Tom Clancy was future tech. He was not science fiction. This is not Tom Clancy.
So I think that if they use the name Rainbow Six, then they have to
Include Tom
use
Clancy.
the
Yeah,
Tom
possible.
Clancy brand, 'cause it's his creation. That's just like, I've got zero interest in this. Like,
Oh, I don't
Siege
have
I played
interest.
a bit of, and it was cool because it was because it was teams versus teams. This is like you play as one team against a bunch of aliens. And
And I
fair
mean-
enough, the Rainbow Six Siege mechanics are good, but it just looks like a reskinned Siege, but with
Yeah,
aliens.
but so this to me, like it's slow paced. I don't know what those like co-op shooter games, like I've never seen a stealth version of those. Like, there doesn't seem to be enough action to justify the aliens either. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and yeah, so like if you're playing that against another team, then that makes it tense because the other players are very very unpredictable.
Yeah.
So they could appear anywhere. Like, these aliens are going to be AI controlled, so they're going to be
Set
not
locations.
at the beginning, obviously, but they're going to be predictable. People are going to be able to predict, like, oh, there's a guy standing over there. I can just sneak up to him slowly. He's not going to run about crazy because he's not a real person. He's just an alien guy.
a lot of them
So
seem
they're
fixed
gonna
in
be able to predict
place
all the time.
as well. Like, in this
So you're
trailer,
supposed to sneak up on them.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. It doesn't scream fun to me, but I'm just a wee bit more like,
No, not at all.
can you?
It's even, do you know what's weird? It's even using the fucking Rainbow Six Siege operators.
No,
like,
I
see,
know.
like, Ash and like Sledge and all this, like, they're the Rainbow Six Siege operators, so they'll be using the same character models, the same builds. It's probably the same. It's probably the same environment. It's just skin to this alien skin. Like, fuck this game. This should not be a full game. This should be like a DLC add-on for Siege.
That's what my last point was going to be. I would have accepted this if they said it was a DLC add-on. The fact they've launched this as its own game and called it Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
How much is this?
This is going to be a 70 quid game, Andy. This is what this is going to be. I can guarantee it,
Let me-
because the Rainbow Six series sells. This is not Rainbow Six. Imagine, right? Because this is the first one in next year. Well, obviously you can get Rainbow Six remake. So imagine you've just bought your PS5 Series X, right? And you're a big Tom Clancy fan. You walk in the store and you see this on the shelf. You're like, oh, cool. I love me some espionage, future tech, that sort of thing. Rainbow Six, always great. And you've got fucking aliens. Like, you're going to be so fucking confused. It makes no sense to me calling it Rainbow Six. This should have been a new franchise or DLC. I just can't agree with this being called Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It looks more like Aliens. It looks like they've mixed Last of Us with like Left 4 Dead style characters for the alien designs, and some of them look like the adaptoids from the Avengers game, but you've got the actual operators from Siege. Like,
It is $60, so I imagine it's £60.
That's too much. This should be 20.
That's cross-gen, so you get PS4 and PS5 versions.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Rainbow Six. Like, you can't just take the mechanics and call this... It tells me that they're, like... I don't know if they've permanently got this license. They bought the name. Like, I don't know how it works, but they shouldn't be allowed to slap it on anything. Like, they could technically bring out do you know what I mean? They could bring out a fucking Mario gaming, call it Rainbow Six. Like, that's what this says to me. So, anyway, cool.
Move on from that. Looks shit, don't buy it.
Yeah. Brawlhalla. Right, so what have we got up next, Andy? What is this one here that you've got from us? This is Brawlhalla, which is... That's the Turtles opening, yep. It's the good Turtles.
With the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Brawlhalla's a game that I've never played. I believe it's kind of like a Smash Bros type game.
It looks like...
And I think it's free to play. If I remember rightly, the Turtles are going to be in there. They've got a different kind of art style for this, but
So I like me some Turtles.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily play this because the Turtles are in it, but like, I'm more inclined to play it because they're in it.
You're absolutely right. I mean,
Like, if I have to come across it on the PlayStation Store and it's a free download, then I might have download it. Whereas before, I absolutely would not have.
16th of June, right, so they missed a trick there for one. Where was the Turtles theme song? That's what should have kicked off when they kicked the sewer lid up. The game doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like remember the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale game they had that was okay? It was their version of Smash.
It's that sort of thing, yeah. Smash Bros type thing. It's obviously not as good as those games, but...
No.
Well, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know because I've never played it. But like, judging by the reaction that it's had, and the fandom that it has, I don't think it's as big as either of those games.
Is this Ubisoft? Is that an Ubisoft game? Is that why it's here? Yeah.
Yep, it's made by Ubisoft.
Fair
It's
enough.
One thing I wanted to touch on, but there's no point showing the video for it because it was just a bunch of people playing guitar. Rocksmith Plus got announced. Literally no point watching the video because it's like 2 minutes of just people.
It's Guitar Hero, but learning how to do it on a real guitar.
Yeah, and obviously they had Rocksmith before. The big differences here are that you can do it with just your phone. You don't need that fucking cable anymore. Because you always had to have this like cable that plugged from your guitar into your console. But this time you can actually just use your phone to do it, so you can play with an acoustic guitar as well, or an electric guitar plugged into an amp. And I believe you don't actually need even a console or anything to do this. You can just do it all through your phone. As far as I
suppose that's cool for people learning.
Yeah, it's a subscription service now, so there's no actual game software here. Like, it's not going to be a boxed game that you'll go out and buy. It's just a subscription service that you sub to every month. They didn't give a price for it, probably £10 or something. And it's going to give you a massive library of songs out there so you can learn. And they said they're going to add new content to it basically every week. So,
and the beta version is available now on PC, I think.
You can sign up for a beta now, but it's not actually up now.
Fine.
But there's a beta you can sign up for. Oh my god! Let me get the next trailer for you.
Do you know, I'm actually going to play Breakpoint after. No, I'm not. I want to play I'm playing Breakpoint through Sam Fisher. I'm still annoyed about Sam Fisher not being in this.
Oh, Far Cry 6 is going to be the next thing, right?
Is it the DLC?
They showed a villain trailer, right, which is like just story content for the game. They didn't show any new gameplay, but they did show this trailer, which I think is worth talking about.
Okay. I haven't watched this trailer.
Because that Far Cry 6 trailer was just meet the villain and you
Okay, I'm
it
playing.
gives you a little bit more backstory on Anton.
Right,
That's
okay.
all.
So Vass, straight away. So it means the kid is Vass in 6.
No, this is the DLC.
No, I know. There's that guy, Min, or whatever his name is. From 4. That's the guy from... That's Far Cry 5. Oh, they're bringing Vass back. Is that Jason from 3? I think so. Oh, that's cool. That's the end of 3. That's when you beat Vass. Oh, Pagan Ming. That was his name. Didn't like 4 at all. Oh, Joseph. Okay, that's cool. Do you know this is actually more interesting than 6 to me already?
I don't know. I'm interested by 6, but like I don't think we need to watch the trailer about the villain like backstory that you're going to find out in the game anyway.
Dangerous place.
This is different. This is very different. I think this is interesting.
I've never seen them do anything like this outside of Assassin's Creed. The definition of insanity. Tasha's favourite video game advert ever. She hated it. Far Cry 6. Do you know, I've never been so excited by a season pass ever. Also including, what are we getting? Blood Dragon, I'm guessing, with this. Blood Dragon Remake? Is it Blood Dragon Remake? Because I haven't seen this. Is it Blood Dragon Remastered? Is it? It is. Remastered. Excellent. I never finished it. Is it remastered or just standard? It's not, it's just going to be standard. Okay, so...
But you would do something with it.
Okay, so that's awesome. Right, so... Wow, that's a lot to unpack. Play as the villain, like, this seems... Are you playing as the villains in their sections that you met them in the games they were in? That's what that looked like?
It's what it looks like. It looks kind of like you're going to be playing as them in, like, little vignette segments, maybe playing those parts from their perspective, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's interesting.
I've never seen this.
I expect that they'll do 3 different ones. Blood Dragon as well. That's quite cool.
Yeah, if it's not a remake, then it's or a remaster. Sorry, I don't think it will be because
I think it will be a remaster for sure. Like, because it's gonna like obviously that was PS3 360 gen. So we're 2 gens past that now, so they're going to have remastered it.
Did they not remaster 3 last year a wee bit with 5? I'm sure they did, or 2 years ago. Sorry,
they put
3 years ago?
They put 3 out with Far Cry 5 season pass, and they made it HD. So
it could be
just
that.
do that with.
But Blood Dragon was cool, and as far as I know, there's a Blood Dragon anime coming as well. So it seems like they're pairing things up with games, that animes and stuff like. Anything but Splinter Cell. I'm excited about that. That's a different angle of looking at things, like, and it's such a simple thing to do. Like, now you're the bad guy, play from their eyes. That's cool.
Yep.
But it also seems as if it's like stopping them all at the point of death. Do you know what I mean? Like, because that's like, is this an illusion? Is this reality? And it showed you all. Well, I know Joseph and Vass's deaths. I don't know about Pagan Ming because I never played that game. But it's almost as if they're getting like a second chance or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's really interested me. That's cool.
I think those villains were really popular as well, so they're not wanting to. They basically want to milk them a bit more because like people are like, oh,
Vass especially. Do you think do you know what this is then? Remember how everybody thought the wee kid was Vass? I bet he's not, and they thought, shit, let's get Vass in the game. Because remember the voice actor said, I'm going to be working on Vass again. I bet he was asked back for this. After Ubisoft seen the Ubisoft seen the fan reaction, they went, oh, it's Vass, and they went, oh, fuck, he's not. We better give him Vass.
Yeah. Like, oh, people actually want Vass, and let's give these other things as well.
Played by a cool actor.
I think probably... Yeah, I think they probably planned a settler than that, to be honest, and because it was kind of leaked that might be Vass, but like it's just turned out that this is actual Vass is in the game instead.
Yeah, but then again, the kid still could be Vass. That could be the twist.
Could be, yeah.
Right, next trailer we have is here. Oh god, okay. Right, a Nintendo Switch trailer. Is this on the Switch Pro? No one knows. It's the Mario Rabbids sequel. I mean, I played Mario Rabbids.
Yeah, I played it. It wasn't that. It was okay.
It's like XCOM for kids.
Yeah.
Is this more
This
of the
just
same?
It looks like exactly more of the same, yes, but there's now a rabid Rosalina in the game.
Of course.
And you have the sparks, which are like they basically look like little like stars from Mario Galaxy, but with rabid faces on them.
I don't fucking like rabbits. Like, I
Does
don't.
anyone like rabbits?
I
That's the
mean,
question.
see, they were fine in the game and when they were in Rayman, but I mean, they kind of took it too far.
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up, mate.
I mean,
Like,
where's Rayman as well? Like,
Yeah,
I would rather see Mario meet Rayman than a fucking rabbit.
I think the thing is like the Mario Rabbids game sold really, really well.
Yeah. Because it came out early Switch.
Exactly, yeah, it was an early Switch game and it had Mario in the name.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to sell. Like now that that's come out, people played that one, didn't like it that much from the actual gameplay side of it.
This
Kids
isn't going to
that
sell
played
as well.
Yeah, kids. That's definitely not going to sell as well. Kids that played that game are going to go, oh, another Mario Rabbids game. I didn't like the last one. I don't want this one. And if their parents buy it for them for Christmas, they'll tell them to fuck off.
I mean, the original one came out before Mario
no.
Odyssey, right?
Sorry, next Christmas, 2022. This game comes out, not even this year.
I mean, the first one came out before Odyssey, didn't it?
I believe it did. Yeah.
So
I
it's
think
the
you're right.
first Mario game on the Switch. That's why it sold.
They should have left it at 1, and they're making actually a mistake by making this game because they're going to lose. Well, they might not lose money on it, but they're not going to sell very many.
Yeah. They could have spent the time making Splinter Cell.
I mean, it would be a different team. Like the Splinter Cell team's not making fucking Mario Rabbids.
You never know. Look what they did to Rare and Xbox.
So yeah, and there's only one more trailer from Ubisoft to talk about.
Cool. I'm just finishing off this trailer because did they show us any gameplay at all?
There's another video with like a minute of gameplay, but it's the same fucking gameplay as the last time.
Right. What's the purple thing? Looks like Orko.
That's the bad guy.
The bad guys. Are they the Avengers now?
Exactly, mate. Like.
Oh god, yeah, you're right. This isn't going to sell well. Like the reason the first one sold well was because the first year of the Switch was like early days, so it was purchased because it says Mario.
Yeah.
Right, last trailer here for Ubisoft. What have we got? We have got. Oh fuck off! Yeah, I know I shared this. I didn't watch it. I hated these films, and I have no interest in this. Tasha really liked the film.
Yeah, there's an Avatar game called Frontiers of Pandora coming out. Just quite a surprising drop, to be honest. I was not expecting.
Well, the movies are out soon, aren't they? The sequels.
Yeah, the movies are out quite. I think they're finished shooting them. Like they're just post production.
See how it says a Ubisoft game? Should it not be an Ubisoft game? Just a nitpick.
An Ubisoft game? No, it's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, but you use an before vowels, don't you? An Ubisoft game.
No, an Ubisoft game. No, that doesn't.
No, but
sound
you don't mix the two words together. You say an Ubisoft game. You don't go an Ubisoft. You don't pronounce it that way.
No, a Ubisoft game. That's right.
A Ubisoft game, maybe. A Ubisoft game. Nah, it doesn't sound right. An Ubisoft game. An Ubisoft exclusive.
It doesn't sound right to me as an.
But you're often wrong.
yeah.
So
This looks like an open world game. Now, here's my thinking on this one, right?
Could be a
What
platform.
type of game? It's not. What type of game do you think this is?
Horizon.
Okay.
Now that I'm seeing this bit, I think it's an RTS.
An RTS? No fucking way, it's an RTS. Ubisoft doesn't make RTSs.
So it's just going to be like Horizon with towers. Well, Horizon has towers, the long necks.
They do.
First person. It's a VR
It's gonna
game.
be- It's not VR. I can tell you exactly what this game's going to be, right? So this game is going to, because at first it showed it off and I'm like, oh, it's third person, it's probably going to be third person, probably going to be like Assassin's Creed type thing,
Yeah.
especially when it showed off. But when you watch the trailer more and you notice those like first person moments,
Yeah.
this is a game 100%. They wouldn't put those in there if it wasn't. So this is going to be first person game. This is going to be Far Cry Primal, but Avatar skin.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And
Okay.
you've got guys that happen to have guns in there. That's all this game is. This is not special. This is just another fucking Ubisoft
It's Far Cry.
game. But it's Primal. But
Yeah.
it's against good guys. That's it.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie at all. I'm not interested in the
It was
sequels.
okay. I didn't mind it, but like I have no interest in playing an Avatar game. Like if you give me Avatar game or Horizon fucking Forbidden West, I'm picking Horizon every single day over this Avatar game.
Yeah. Anything more from Ubisoft, Andy?
That's all the trailers. There's one or two other things that I wanted to just touch on
Sure.
briefly.
Was Splinter Cell one of them at all?
Nope, Splinter Cell was only shown in a brief montage trailer when they talked about Ghost Recon's anniversary. That was it. That would be when you'd have seen it. That was all it was. They did not announce anything for Splinter Cell at all.
I mean, they don't even need to give me a year. All they needed to do was literally, like,
I know!
that was it.
It'd take them 5 fucking minutes to make that trailer. Like, honestly.
And it would
one
keep
logo
people...
and it would make people shut the fuck up about it. Like, yeah, it's coming, it's going to be a while away. Fine. But, like, then I wouldn't have to listen to Ali every year more. There's no Splinter Cell game.
I've got every right to. It's not like it was a dead franchise. They just stopped making them.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Assassin's Creed. So they said that they were going to be supporting Assassin's Creed for a second year, right? And said that this is the first time they've done this. So that says to me that they're going to be releasing DLC content right up through this year and right into next year as well.
There's a reason behind this, because remember, was it Jason Schreier revealed that they were working on another Assassin's Creed for next year, but what happened was they decided it wasn't good enough to be standalone, so they're just stopping work on it and they're incorporating it into the DLC for this one, Valhalla.
See, I still expect there to be one come out next year, right? But well, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
2 years off.
I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, like, I'm glad it's going to be 2 years distance from between that and another Assassin's Creed game, because
The next one's apparently bigger, remember?
yeah, I know, but like, if I've had 2 years to wait for it, then I'll be like excited about it again, like, because I won't have played any Assassin's Creed apart from maybe finishing off Assassin's Creed 1. Then I wouldn't have played Assassin's Creed for 2 years, so I can then happily jump back into it and go, oh, okay, like, this is fresh and new, and hopefully it'll be better. But the DLC stuff, like, I've got zero interest in it. They're doing, was it Siege of Paris DLC?
Yeah. Siege of
Which
Paris.
seems strange. Did the Vikings do a Siege of Paris? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, they did.
See, the Battle of Largs, then I'm fucking all over that. Like, give me the
Yeah,
Battle
I
of
mean,
Largs.
they did, and it was featured quite well. Paris was featured quite well in the Vikings TV show.
Okay. Is the Eiffel Tower there?
Obviously not, because was it not the Industrial Revolution?
Well, how the fuck are you going to know it's Paris? That's my question. Yeah, Paris is the Eiffel Tower.
Because it
We've
still
been to
stinks of
Paris
shit.
We've been to Paris before in Assassin's Creed with what
Unity.
was it? Unity, yeah. And there was one of the best moments in recent memory in Assassin's Creed was on that fucking Eiffel Tower. There was a mission where you had to go up it and you had to shoot guns at a fucking World War II plane. It was fucking cool as hell. And you had to go through trenches and stuff. And like, that was awesome. One of the coolest moments, in fact, probably the best moment in that game. And yeah, we're going back to Paris as a Viking now. And there's no Eiffel Tower. No, I don't care. And yeah, they're doing obviously the Discovery Tour things coming out later this year, and more expansions are next year as well. But yeah, that I want to talk about this Ubisoft overall press conference. Like, you didn't watch it, right? But like, I watched it and I was quite disappointed because I was expecting
Splinter Cell.
some. I mean, Splinter Cell would have been like a pop at least, but like everything there was just like kind of meh. And usually I'm excited by Ubisoft things, but because they're focusing down so much on, like, they talked again about like their For Honors and like obviously talking about Brawlhalla and Rainbow Six Siege and things. Focusing in again on all these franchises that are popular and successful for them, like cool, but like new is always better. Where's the new shit? The only new thing, the only other new thing they showed was Riders Republic, which is basically just
Steep.
deep with vehicles and less snow.
No,
Which does not excite me at all.
I don't fancy that at all. I mean, like, if there's any game I'm playing this year that's going to be vehicle based, it's going to be Forza Horizon 5, which I'm almost 100% we're going to hear about on Sunday, is it? Ubisoft's conference tomorrow. Ubisoft in the brain just now, Andy. Xbox.
Xbox conference is tomorrow, yes, tomorrow. I think it's at 5 o'clock. But yeah, so overall that was a bad press conference. Nowhere near as bad though as the Koch Media one yesterday. Like, at least like it kind of kept you entertained throughout, and like I never tuned out and went, "Oh my god, this is the boringest thing I've ever seen in my life." Like the actual
Boringest
was that is a word that I've just made up because of how boring that Koch Media thing was last night. Jesus, and this Ubisoft thing didn't overstay its welcome either. It was 1 hour long. 1 hour long. Which is a fine showtime for like this amount of games, no issue. As opposed to Koch Media, who covered 12 games and took 2 hours to do so, and didn't show even half of the gameplay that Ubisoft showed there, like, or even game footage, like nuts. But yeah, I expected more from Ubi, honestly. And like, where's the cool like Ubi Arts games gone? Like, where the fuck
like
is
your indie games that you like Valiant Hearts and such?
Well, yeah, Valiant Hearts and Child of Light, like those are two of the coolest fucking indie games that I've ever played. Like, honestly, amazing games, both of them by Ubi Shorts or Ubi Originals, whatever they called them. Those were incredible games, and like, why have they not done more of those? Because those games sold well. They brought them out on the Switch like last year, so why are they not bringing out like sequels to those or like doing something with those people? Because those were amazing. So I don't know. But is there anything from Ubisoft there that has like excited you a lot?
Yeah, there is actually. The Far Cry 6 DLC.
Far Cry 6. That's cool. I mean, the DLC doesn't really speak to me, but the actual game itself, I like the look of, and because you can have like a little dog with he's like a wheelchair dog. Looks fucking cool, and you can have a attack crocodile. That's awesome. I'm sold on those two things. Like, I don't really need to know anything more about it. The DLC I probably won't bother with, but like Far Cry 6 has got me interested. But like, aside from that, Ubisoft is doing nothing for me. Like, and I'm a massive Assassin's Creed fan, and I couldn't give a fuck about this DLC. Couldn't give a fuck. Give me a new character. Like, give me a new story. Like, don't give me like the Siege of Paris. I don't want to play that.
No, fine. That's all we've got to say about Ubisoft as far as I'm concerned. Give me Splinter Cell or I'm not even going to cover you again. So that's all for our Ubisoft coverage. Stay posted, we're going to be doing Devolver Digital. I might be doing an unboxing video later on as well. Stay tuned for that. And thank you very much. If you've been enjoying our E3 coverage, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, give us a comment, all these YouTube things. Let us know what you thought of Ubisoft. Are you disappointed there was no Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell, anything like that? I mean, they're sitting in a gold mine with Splinter Cell. It's, it's one of their best.
Here's a question for you just before we go here.
Sure.
As well, where the fuck is Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Were they not talking it was going to release this year? Like,
I mean,
Beyond
that got announced about 3, maybe 4 years ago now. They had fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt on stage at one point on one E3, and then it just went boom and died off since then completely. I remember they had a thing where you could submit your own artworks and stuff to it to get put into the game, and then after that, like, it's just disappeared off the face of the earth. Nothing, and it looked incredible, and I was very interested in it, and like, they just haven't bothered to talk about it since then. So what the fuck has happened to it? Skull and Bones as well. Where's Skull and Bones? Like, I'm not interested in that, but like a pirate game, it might be fun. Pirate ship game. You like the pirate ships?
I like the pirate ships. I would have probably played that. Skull and Bones, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? Like, where's it gone? Why are you not showing it? Like, So yeah, instead they just decide to work on Rainbow Six new games that are old games reskinned. I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
So yeah, anyway, Ubisoft a bit of a disappointment all round there. Far Cry 6 DLC looks cool. But when the highlight of your entire conference is DLC, then there's definitely issues there somewhere. So hopefully we'll see Splinter Cell next year. I've been Sam Fisher. Holy Christmas. Andy has been my tech help, and catch us for Devolver Digital shortly. Bye.